Good evening, students. So last day we have learned about the trigonometrical ratios, how the trigonometrical ratios are defined. But today we are going to learn some important questions based on this trigonometrical ratios. That we have learned, these trigonometrical ratios are applicable for any right angle triangle. Say if this ABC is a right angle triangle, then the side in front of 90 degrees is called hypotenuse. If we are considering the angle A at that time, the side joining the right angle and the angle considered, that is called as the base. If our considered angle is C, at that time the base become BC. So this thing you have to keep in mind. Okay, for this figure, for angle A, this is AB is the base and BC is the perpendicular. Then we can define the 6 ratios. One is called as the sine of A, or if I am denoting the sine of this angle A by a measured value theta, then it is written as sine of theta. Okay, it is the common consideration, and this P and B are represented for this angle theta only. So this is sine is defined as perpendicular length by hypotenuse. Then cos of theta is base by hypotenuse. Tan of theta is equals to perpendicular by base. Then the reciprocal kind, cosec of theta is hypotenuse by perpendicular. Then sec of theta is equals to hypotenuse by base. A student, you must keep in mind, whatever these sine, cos, all these things are starting now, the standard acceptance is that this should be written in a smaller letter, not in capital letter. Okay, कैपिटल में भी लिख दीजिएगा तो गलत नहीं होता है, बट मोस्टली जो मोस्ट एक्सेप्टेबल है ये है कि आप स्मॉल लेटर यूज करें. So then this cot of theta is given by B by P. These are the important ratios. Then we have also learned that the product of these two, say sine of theta and cosec of theta is equals to 1, then cos of theta into sec of theta is equals to 1, then the third one is tan of theta into cot of theta is equals to 1. These are the three other important identity based on the definition. And the other important one is tan of theta is nothing but it is the ratio of sine of theta by cos of theta. So cot of theta can also be written as just reciprocal of 1 by tan. So this cot of theta can be written as cos theta by sine theta, but in the similar fashion, considering this cosec theta and sec theta, this can also be written as cosec theta by sec theta. So cosec of theta by sec of theta. This is also same as if you are just taking the reciprocal of this tan, then this is given by cos of theta by sine of theta. So these are the other important identity related to tan. This is related to cot. So these are the identities that we have to keep in mind. These are very useful identity. This will be used while the question based on identity is solved. But here the question is basically framed on this first definition. In this topic we will learn about that, and from this definition we are able to understand that this trigonometric ratio is relating the three sides of a triangle with the given angle. Okay, Last day we have learned, if only two sides are given, then angle can be calculated, or even all the other sides or the third side can be calculated. Or if one of the side and one of the angle is given, then the remaining side and angle can be calculated. Complete analysis of this triangle can be done, and it is called as trigonometry. Okay, so based on this, today we have selected some of the question that we are going to solve. A student, let me solve this question number 4 first. So if sine of theta is equals to a by b, then cos of theta you have to calculate. So this can be calculated by identity, but without identity I have to solve this question. So let me copy this. Student, watch this. Whatever last day we have done, the same is also true here. It is given that sine of theta is your a by b. It is given. Then you have to calculate this cos of theta. So whatever the ratio given, from that you have to calculate the others. So if sine of theta is given, it simply means that perpendicular and hypotenuse ratio is given. Sine of theta is equals to a by b. So last day we have learned sine of theta indicate that if I am constructing any triangle, say right angle triangle, this is the angle theta, then whatever the perpendicular it will be a, and whatever the hypotenuse it will be b. It simply means that from this given ratio you have to draw this triangle. Now by drawing this triangle, we have the two sides and third side have to be calculated. So this third side is calculated by applying the Pythagoras theorem, where hypotenuse square is equals to sum of square of other two sides. But here hypotenuse is itself is given, so the remaining one of the side is given by under root of hypotenuse square minus one of the side square. This is same as the Pythagoras theorem. So by applying Pythagoras theorem, just calculate this third side. Now you may take the perpendicular as AK, hypotenuse as BK, then you may calculate this base. You may apply that approach also, but the K is getting cancelled, so not required. And this is a MCQ or very small or 1 marks question, so you have to just write like this. इसमें ज्यादा आपको लिखने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती. Now what is required? Cos of theta. What it will be? It will be cos of theta is given by adjacent. यहां आपको डाउट है तो आप adjacent के टर्म में लिख लीजिए, side by hypotenuse. So for this theta, the adjacent side is under root of b square minus a square, and hypotenuse itself is the b. So this will be the answer. ये इतना simple रहता है. हाँ? Is there? Yes. So C is the correct answer. So यही approach आपको हर जगह apply करने रहते हैं. Now let me go for the other, where some complex relation is given. Say here in this case, let me take this question number 12 first. A student, here we are getting that it appears that direct tan theta is not given, but a student, while you rearrange the given quantity, you will get the same thing, the same tan of theta. In this case, what is given, you first write it. It is given as 4 tan of theta is equals to 3. A student, it may be given like this also, what I had given last day. 4 tan of theta minus 3 is equals to 0. Even whether this is given or this is given, or even tan of theta is equals to 3 by 4 is given, all are the same thing. So you have to only go for rearrangement. Okay, so whether in this form given, which is the easiest to understand for getting the theta, if this form is given, you have to go for rearranging. This is also for the rearranging. Okay, so even if in this form it is given, you have to first go for this form, and if in this form given, then you have to go for this form. Means tan of theta will be obtained by 3 by 4. After this, you have to draw the triangle. So draw this triangle. This simply indicate whatever the angle theta we are going to consider. For that angle theta, the perpendicular is our 3 or 3k you may take, but conveniently we can take this as 3 and base B as 4. Okay, you are even free to take this as 3k and this as 4k. Last day one question we have done. If you have doubt, you can go for that question also. So let us represent this in this triangle. Perpendicular is 3, this is 4, and so hypotenuse, it is given by 3 square plus 4 square. It's so simple. So this is ultimately 5. Therefore, आप चाहिए तो h आप यहां भी लिख सकते हैं. h is equals to 3 square plus 4 square. This is equals to 5. Now, with this perpendicular base and height, what we are going to do? We have to calculate this much. A student, observe carefully. We are in need of sine of theta, cos of theta. These two terms we are in need. So we will calculate that sine of theta and cos of theta first. Therefore, sine of theta is given by P by H. The P that we have obtained by drawing this triangle or from the given ratio, it is our 3, but H that we have calculated by applying Pythagoras theorem, it is now 5. And cos of theta is our B by H. The B which is given here is 4. The H is even 5. Student, last day we have done that if we are taking this P as 3k and B as 4k, still we will get the same H. Then H square or H is given by 3k square plus 4k square. Student, this square means this square is for 3 as well as the k. So ultimately it becomes 9k square plus 4 4s are 16k square. So this becomes under root of 25k square. So k square is there, so k can be taken out and 5 can be written as 25 can be written as 5k whole square like this. So ultimately this k as well as the 5 is out. So in this case, even if you are taking this as sine of theta, here you will put what this P by H. So this P is our 3k by 5k. You will get that the k are getting cancelled. So 3 by 5. Same as this one. Okay. So don't bother whether you are taking as 3k or 4k. So you will get the same result. And both are acceptable. But if you are in habit of taking the k, that gets better impression. Student, but what we need to calculate is 4 sine theta minus cos of theta divided by 4 sine theta plus cos of theta. So therefore, now we have to go for substitution. Therefore, 4 sine theta minus cos of theta divided by 4 sine theta plus cos of theta. Student, whatever the value of Sine theta and cos theta we have calculated here. These two values. This is sine theta and this is cos theta. These two values we have to substitute in 4 sine theta minus cos theta by 4 sine theta plus cos theta. Our sine theta value is 3 by 5 and cos theta is 4 by 5. So this become 4 sine theta is our 3 by 5. This calculation is very important, and cos theta value is 4 by 5. Such a calculation will come every time. 4, again this is our 3 by 5 plus 4 by 5. Now you have to go for simplification. You are getting in numerator there is a fraction. So this 4 and 3 will just getting multiplied to each other. So I can write this as 12 by 5 minus 4 by 5 divided by, again 4 3s are 12 by 5 plus 4 by 5. Now what to do? Whatever this numerator, their simplification first is required. The LCM is 5 because both are the same. So it is 12 minus 4. And denominator also 5. It is 12 plus 4. Okay, student? Many a time students are doing mistake in this calculation only. So you practice more and more. 12 minus 4 is 8 by 5 divided by 12 plus 4 is our 16 by 5. Now this is the division of two ratios. So ultimately we have to go for converting it into multiplication by taking the reciprocal of this 16 by 5. So multiply it by 5 by 16. This 5 getting cancelled, and this is the 2 times. So it is 1 by 2. Okay, student. So the answer is your 1 by 2. This was so simple. So this way you have to substitute in given question by calculating the different t ratios. So such questions are quite frequent and asked many a time. Student, this was MCQ question. So I think you will get the result. It is the third option. Now let me go for the other. The same is also true for this one. Student, now let us go for this one. But here one notable point is that we have to keep in mind. Many a time students are committing mistake. तो उसे अवॉइड करने के लिए आप थोड़ी सी चीजें समझ लीजिए. स्टूडेंट, प्लीज नोट दिस थिंग. इसे आप ध्यान में रखेंगे. से if we are taking say sine of theta value is there a square. Okay, student. In trigonometry, it is simply written as sine square theta. Okay. Do not think sine square than theta square. Okay. So it is correct. But if you are just writing sine theta square as sine theta and at this end a square, it is wrong. This indicate what is this? This is basically sine is the t ratios, and that t ratio is applied for theta square. Okay, student? Like if you are given with angle 5 degree, then first you are squaring that angle 5 degree, you are getting the 25, then their sine ratio you are calculating. So this means that one. Okay, so this sine square theta doesn't mean this. Another one, many a time a student are thinking like this one also. Say sine of theta square means it is like sine square and theta square. Again, this is wrong. Okay, student, what this mean? they simply mean sine square, means sine theta you have taken, you have squared the theta, then there is square. It simply means like, it is like this. Okay, student? So this is what you have to keep in mind. Sine theta whole square simply mean it is our sine square theta. तो ये चीजें आपको ध्यान में रखनी है, यानी साइन स्क्वायर थीटा लिखा हुआ है तो इसका मीनिंग आप पहले साइन थीटा कैलकुलेट करें, उसे फिर आप स्क्वायर करें. दैट इज द एक्सप्लेनेशन का कंक्लूजन क्या है? इफ वी आर रिटर्न विथ साइन स्क्वायर थीटा, दिस इंप्लाइज फर्स्ट कैलकुलेट द साइन थीटा देन स्क्वायर इट. ओके, सो फर्स्ट कैलकुलेट sin theta, then square it. Means whatever the sin theta value you are calculating, say a number or ratio, say 5/3 or 3/5, basically 5/3 is not possible for sin theta because sin theta angle is always lesser or equal to 1. Then you have to square it. So it includes two steps. The first step is calculation of sine of theta, then you have to square it. Okay, student? It is this one. So this concept we have to apply in such question. आपको ये चीजें पक्का से ध्यान में रखने हैं बच्चों, ये जो हमने रेड लाइन में लिखे हैं, क्योंकि ये चीजें बार बार आने वाली हैं एंड बहुत बार बच्चे गलतियां करते हैं, बुक में ऐसा एक्सप्लेनेशन करके नहीं दिया हुआ है. So if it is sine square theta, it means first calculate sine theta, then is there is square. If you are given with sine square theta, then it's okay. But if you are given with sine theta square, then that means first theta is a squared, then its sine ratio is taken. Okay. If you are given with sine square theta square, then you first calculate the theta square, then you take the sine of that theta square, then square it. You will get that one. A student, another notable difference, or commonly a student are getting misled by another kind of notation also, उसे भी मैं यहाँ पे लिखता हूँ. A student, if you are given with 2 multiplied by sine of theta, it simply means this is written as 2 sine of theta. Do not think this 2 is to be multiplied with theta also. If you are given with sine of 2 theta, okay, it means first theta is multiplied by 2, then its sine ratio is taken. So you have to write like this. This is not equals to twice sine of theta. ये कॉमन सा चीज है, ये आपको ध्यान में रखना. Later on we will see, or even in higher standard you will see, this sine of 2 theta is given by twice of sine of theta multiplied by cos of theta. आप यदि देखेंगे तो पूरा ये sin 2 theta का वैल्यू इतना आता है. So this thing you have to keep in mind. So a number multiplied with given trigonometric ratio is written with the number multiplied with the t ratios and angle as it is. If there is multiplication of angle, then first multiply the angle, then apply the t ratios. Okay, so this is the other one. Fourth, this is correct also, but this fifth, it is wrong to say. Means it is not equal. The correct value is like this. This is correct. Okay. So ये कॉमन सा चीज है, आपको ध्यान में रखना है कि जो मैथ्स का नॉर्मल स्क्वायर का मीनिंग क्या होता है, मल्टीप्लीकेशन का मीनिंग क्या होता है, तो आपको ध्यान में रखने हैं. एंगल में यदि कोई सा भी ऑपरेशन है, से स्क्वायर है, मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 2 है, फर्स्ट यू गो फॉर ऑपरेशन ऑफ एंगल, देन अप्लाई द टी रेशियोज. एंड इफ देयर इज होल पावर, means first you calculate the t ratios, then apply the whole square or whole cube, or whole power. Okay, these are the things that we have to keep in mind. Based on this, the questions are framed and it is calculated. ये में बहुत कंफ्यूजन होता है, इसलिए हमने डेडिकेटली आपको इधर स्पेशली बताया कि किसका क्या मीनिंग होता है. मींस दिस इज करेक्ट, this is correct. Now let me go for one example. Student, तो अभी आप देखिए, can you people now tell me this very quickly? I hope you people please do. I will give you just 1 to 2 minutes. सब लोग करके जरा आंसर पोस्ट करिए. Now you have understood the concept where the square is given, like here it is the square is there. So what to do first? This is the theta value is this. स्टूडेंट व्हाट इज गिवन, उससे आप दूसरे टी रेशियोज निकालिए, फिर जो एक्सप्रेशन है उसमें आप सब्स्टिट्यूट करिए. द गिवन वन इज साइन ऑफ थीटा इज इक्वल्स टू 1/3. दो वी नीड दिस कॉट ऑफ थीटा. फ्रॉम दिस फर्स्ट लेट अस कैलकुलेट द कॉट ऑफ थीटा. फॉर दैट यू हैव टू क्विकली ड्रॉ द ट्रायंगल. व्हाइल ड्रॉइंग द ट्रायंगल, this is like 1 and this is the hypotenuse 3. So what will be this value? This value will be 3 square minus 1 square. It become 9 minus 1 is 8. You have to simply get this as 2√2. It is this one. Therefore, student, keep in mind this calculation you can directly do over this triangle itself. हाँ नीरज बोलिए.
Sir, answer 18.
Very good. What about the other student?
Sir.
हाँ बोलिए या पोस्ट करिए, बोलिए बोलिए.
Sir, 20.
Okay, let me verify why you people are getting different answers. Okay student, तो यहाँ देखिए अपने को क्या चाहिए, अपने को cot of theta चाहिए. तो जब हमारे को तीन साइड मिल जाते हैं तो मैं कोई सा भी रेशियो निकाल सकता हूं. सो वट एवर रिक्वायर्ड इन क्वेश्चन यू जस्ट कैलकुलेट दैट मच. सारे के सारे निकालने की जरूरत नहीं होती है. सो देयरफॉर cot of theta which is commonly given by b by p. सो इस ट्रायंगल के लिए हमने ये लिया है कि दिस एंगल इज आवर थीटा. फॉर दिस द b is 2√2 and p is 1. So it is simply 2√2. You have to write like this one. Therefore, now you have to calculate this one. Therefore, what is the expression? The expression is like this: twice of cot square theta plus 2. This is the expression. So अभी आपको जो आपने इधर जो cot of theta calculate किए हैं, this you have to just substitute in this. So substituting this value, twice of 2√2. Student, just a square of any trigonometric value हमने आपको बताया था. जैसे साइन स्क्वायर थीटा का मीनिंग ये है कि आप पहले cot थीटा कैलकुलेट करिए, उसको आप स्क्वायर करिए. ओके, एवरीवन इज गेटिंग 20. सम ऑफ यू आर आल्सो गेटिंग द 18 आल्सो. ओके, प्लीज वेरीफाई विथ मी. सो यदि आपको डाउट है तो आप इसे एक बार और एक स्टेप आप ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं. देखिए
सर 18 है.
ओके, लेट अस सी. सो cot ऑफ थीटा स्क्वायर, इसका ये मीनिंग है. cot स्क्वायर थीटा का मीनिंग है कि cot थीटा पहले हमने कैलकुलेट कर लिए, उसका स्क्वायर किया, प्लस 2 करना है. यदि आपको डाउट है तो आप इस फॉर्म में लिख लीजिए, नहीं है तो आप डायरेक्टली सब्स्टिट्यूट करिए. इट इज लाइक 2. The 2√2 we have calculated as the value of cot of theta, there is square plus 2. Go for simplifying. It is 2. 2 square become 4. Then this 2 is nothing but it is the 8 plus 2. So it is our 16 plus 2. 18 is the answer. So 18 is the correct answer. Okay student? So good. तो इस तरीके के सिंपल सिंपल क्वेश्चंस आपको पूछे जाएंगे और पूछे जाते हैं. कुछ नहीं तो एमसीक्यूज में एक ना एक क्वेश्चन इसके जरूर रहेंगे जिसमें स्क्वायर या कुछ ऐसे रहेंगे. Now you people please do one more question. आप जस्ट प्रैक्टिस के लिए एक क्वेश्चन और भी करिए. लेट अस डू दिस क्वेश्चन. क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 करिए. ये भी आपके किसी एग्जाम में पूछे हुए क्वेश्चन ही है. द पार्ट 3. दिस क्वेश्चन यू स्टूडेंट प्लीज डू. यस स्टूडेंट, आप हमें जरा जल्दी करके दिखलाइए इस क्वेश्चन को. बहुत ही इजी है, बिल्कुल टफ नहीं है. हियर यू आर गिवन विथ tan of theta is equals to 1 by root of 7, and then you have to calculate this value. Do it quickly. स्टूडेंट जो दिए हुए रहते हैं हम उसी से ऑलवेज स्टार्ट करते हैं. वी आर गिवन विथ tan of theta is equals to 1 by under root of 7. Then they simply mean our p is like 1 and b is like our under root of 7. Therefore our h is calculated by adding their square, then taking their square root. Whether you write p square or p bracket डाल के स्क्वायर लिखिए, एक ही चीज है. So it become like our good 1 square plus under root of 7 square. Now this under root of 7 square is only 7. So this is equals to under root of 8. So you may take it out. So while taking this out, it become 2 root 2. हाँ बोलिए.
सर 6 by 8.
वेरी गुड. सो स्टूडेंट जब हमने P, B, H सब निकाल लिए, आपको ब्लाइंडली जब दो दिए हुए हैं तो आपको तीसरा ही कैलकुलेट कर लेना चाहिए पहले. आप ऐसे PBH लिख के भी आप कर सकते हैं, और आप चाहे तो सिंपली एक ट्रायंगल बना लीजिए. उस पे जो दिया हुआ है tan, इसका मीनिंग ये 1 है, ये अंडर रूट ऑफ 7 है. सो यहां से अपने को ये मिलता है अंडर रूट ऑफ 1 स्क्वायर प्लस under root of 7 square. This is under root of 8. This is our 2 root 2. Whether you just adopt this method, just drawing a triangle, calculate it there. Now no need of writing this PBH. Okay, that is also acceptable. Now what we need is, now observe the question. In question we are in need of cosec theta. It is given by reciprocal of sine, which is p by h, so it become h by p. Here the hypotenuse is our 2 root 2, but p for the theta is our 1. Then another one is sec of theta. It is given by h by b. For this angle theta, our h is 2 root 2 and our b is here under root of 7. Therefore, what is to be calculated? Now you substitute this value. You may directly calculate this sec square also, but sometimes a square, cube or sometimes without any squaring is given. So आप पहले just ये calculate कर लीजिए, जो ratios है वो, फिर जो power है आप just उस expression में put करिए. Therefore, cosec square theta minus sec square theta divided by this cosec square theta plus sec square theta. Substituting the values, what we are getting, this is equals to, our cosec is simply 2 root 2 their square, but the sec value is our 2 root 2 by 7 its square. It is in numerator, and in denominator the same thing, 2 root 2 square minus 2 root 2 by अंडर रूट ऑफ 7 स्क्वायर। स्टूडेंट तो आपको इसे ध्यान से सिंप्लीफाई कर लेने हैं। So while simplifying, what we are going to get in numerator, 2 root 2 means it is 8 minus 8 by 7 divided by 8, it is our plus 8 by 7. So this become equal to, take the LCM, 7, then 8 into 7, 56 minus 8 divided by 8 into 7, 56 plus 8 divided by 7. आप चाहे तो डायरेक्ट 7 7 को यहीं पे भी कैंसिल कर सकते हैं और आप चाहे तो इसे नीचे भी ला सकते हैं। So adding this 56 plus 8, then subtracting this 56 minus 8, you have to write it. In numerator, it will be 56 minus 8, so it will be 48, and in denominator, it is 56 plus 8, so it becomes 64. What is common? 16, I think, common. 3 times, and this is 4 times. So this is equals to 3 by 4. ये इतना सिंपल रहता है। स्टूडेंट यदि आपने ये कैलकुलेशन में मिस्टेक कर दिए तो आपके मार्क्स कट जाते हैं। कैलकुलेशन का मिस्टेक नहीं होना ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। एंड यदि एमसीक्यूज है तो आप आंसर तक ही नहीं पहुंच पाएंगे, आपको कुछ और भी आंसर आ जाएगा। हो सकता है वो ऑप्शन में, हो सकता है कैलकुलेशन मिस्टेक वाले भी दिए हो तो आप गलत आंसर टिक करेंगे, नहीं दिए हो तो आप फिर आंसर सही लगा नहीं पाएंगे। सो फॉर द प्रैक्टिस ऑफ सॉल्विंग सच ऑफ फ्रैक्शंस, इट इज दिस का। सो हमने अभी ये देखा कि यदि कहीं भी पावर है एक्सप्रेशन में तो कैसे सब्स्टिट्यूट करके निकाले जाए। नाउ लेट मी गो फॉर द next kind of question where you can observe that. So this way we have calculated. A student, you will practice the same for this question number 7 and 8 of your textbook. This will be given as homework, and this 24 also. ये भी आप यहाँ पे हमने लिख लिए हैं, आपको होमवर्क करने हैं। अब वीडियो से देख करके, नहीं तो अभी आप नोट कर लीजिए। It is one. Now the another simple category of question is this one. Student, question number 10 and this 5. Question number 10 is of your textbook exercise, but this question number 5 is solved one. इस दोनों को भी हम लोग सॉल्व करेंगे। ये अपना लास्ट टाइप का क्वेश्चन है जो इस पे बेस्ट बनता है। स्टूडेंट, ये भी क्वेश्चन कुछ भी अलग नहीं है, आपको जस्ट यही ध्यान में रखना है कि ये दो क्वेश्चन सेम ही है, बट अर्लियर हाउ वी हैव कैलकुलेटेड दिस बी एंड एच, सेम चीजें यहां भी अप्लाई करनी है, बट बच्चे गलतियां करते हैं, तो इसलिए मैं इसे आपको सॉल्व करके दिखाता हूं। देखिए, लेट मी सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन नंबर 10. What is given in the question? A triangle PQR is given with right angle as Q. तो आप जस्ट ऐसा एक बना लीजिए। Consider this as P, this as Q, this as R. This is the angle P. It means if you are going to take this Q, then you can get this angle R also, because the Q is already right angle, means 90 degree. Now what is given is PR plus RQ is 25. Write this, PR plus QR is equals to 25. Where is PR? Allocate it here and try to understand. PR is our hypotenuse. So this hypotenuse, it is this one. whatever the value of hypotenuse. So keep in mind, is this hypotenuse given? No. A student, it is not the only hypotenuse given. P R means, if I want to write like this, it is like this one, plus QR means this plus this is given. This one plus this one is given. It is this one. And PQ is 5. What is this PQ? It is your 5. Right, at PQ is equals to 5 centimeter. A student, means we are given with one side and some of the other two sides. For any trigonometrical ratios, say for the angle P here it is being considered, we need to calculate all these three sides. So how to get it? Since it is a right angle triangle, we have to apply the Pythagoras theorem. So how to apply that Pythagoras theorem? So whatever we are taking, if I am going to take this QR as perpendicular P, then how much will be this hypotenuse? Hypotenuse will be 25 minus P, because this sum is given. So this will be our 25 minus P. Okay, it is like this simply. Or you may consider this as solving the two variable. यही meaning है. आप चाहिए तो इसे आप लिख लीजिए. It is P plus H is 25. This implies H is equals to 25 minus P. Okay, ये अपना एक equation आ गया. I have directly represented this H minus P as hypotenuse in this case. If you wish, you can write the H first, then you can get it. Now, since it is a right angle triangle, so Pythagoras theorem is available with us. Since P square, you may denote this as B, plus B square is equals to H square. So what is P? The P we need to calculate. So keep this as it is. What is B? The B is given as 5. What is H? So H we have to write in the term of P so that it become one variable equation. Okay. So it is our 25 minus P square. I have just used 1 in this. So how I have arrived here? Using 1. So wherever the sum or difference of two sides is given, you always adopt this technique. Just consider one variable, express the other in term of that variable, and apply the Pythagoras theorem. We may keep this in the term of H itself. Then still you will get the value of H. So see, now go for simplifying this. It will become P square plus 25. Go for whole square. It is our 25 square. So 25 square is 625. Can I write it directly? Minus the other one is twice of AB. Twice into 25 is our 50 of P plus of P square. Now student, this P square you are getting cancelled. So what does it mean? You bring this to 50, P on left hand side, bringing this 25P on right hand side, we are getting that 50P is equals to 600, or this P is equals to 600 by 50. What is the value? Very easy. 0 is getting cancelled to this 0, and this is 12 times. So this is equals to 12. So what we have calculated? If we plot over the triangle, then triangle is now like this one. This is our P, this is our Q, this is our R. So this is the value of P. P means QR. It is now 12 centimeter. the base is given as 5 centimeter. What is the hypotenuse h? Therefore h, here observe, from 1 is going to give the value of h is 25 minus of p, this is 25 minus of 12, it is our 13. So this value is 13 centimeter. So by knowing each and every side, now we can calculate all the possible ratios for p. ठीक है, तो अभी आपको चाहिए क्या क्या, देखिए sin p, cos p, tan p आपको चाहिए. So therefore आपने ट्रायंगल बना लिए हैं तो बहुत इजी रहता है लिखना. Sin of p is opposite side, so it is QR by hypotenuse, it is our PR. So this is now 12 by 13. This is the one answer. Cos of P, this is capital angle P, not a small p. This is the base by hypotenuse. For P, the base is our PQ and hypotenuse is same PR. So this base is given as 5 and hypotenuse we have calculated as the 13. So this is the other question, other answer. And tan of P is calculated by taking the perpendicular. So it is our QR, see this triangle, divided by the base is our PQ or QP. So QR is our 12 and this is our 5. Okay, students. So these are the things. This way we can calculate it very easily. A student, again here it may ask that here calculate. So it was just this one. So you also have to calculate additional question based on this. Also calculate sin square theta divided by cos theta plus tan of theta. यदि आपको ये कैलकुलेट करने हैं तो just we have to substitute it here. So therefore से हमने तीन ही को लिए हैं. If something else is given, you can first calculate that trigonometric ratio, then you will have to substitute. Therefore substitute it here. Sin square theta by cos theta plus tan of theta. Sin square theta, it is our 12 by 13 square divided by cos theta, but cos is not a square, so that we have to take care. It is 5 by 13 plus the tan is our 12 by 5. So this way you can simplify this. If you are going to simplify, the 12 square is our 144 by 169 divided by, taking the LCM, it becomes 65, then it is 25 plus, multiply this 13 with the 12, so it is 130 plus 26, so 156. Now go for simplification. It is nothing but 144 divided by 169 into 65 divided by, आपको ये सिंप्लीफिकेशन के लिए ही हम ये क्वेश्चन लिया है, बिकॉज सिंप्लीफिकेशन में ज्यादातर बच्चे बहुत गलतियां करते हैं. If there is minus, then you have to subtract. Okay, here it was the addition, so we have added this. Now, so adding this to, it become 70, 81. You are getting that 13 5s is 65, but 13 into 13 is this one. Can we cancel 181 also? Nothing can be cancelled. So you have to just write the value. Multiply this. 5 4s are 20, then 22, then 7 divided by, you just multiply this. What is this value? Is anyone calculated? यदि आप में से किसी ने कैलकुलेट किए हैं तो बतलाइए, नहीं तो मैं कैलकुलेट करूं क्या?
Sir, 2353.
Very good.
2353.
2353. This is the answer. Correct. Okay. So, a student, in this question, what we have learned? So, it may be possible that in place of some angle or any T ratios, just the three sides are given in different form. The same is also in this question number 5. तो अभी आप जरा हमें क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 को क्विकली करके दिखला दीजिए बच्चे लोग, फिर हम क्लास एंड कर लेंगे आज यहीं पे। कल हम नया टॉपिक स्टार्ट करने वाले। Student, figure you have to draw. Okay, in book the figure may be given, but you have to draw it. Do it quickly. Students, what are given in question that you have to first write, and what is required there you have to reach. So triangle OPQ, right angled as P. So आप just so OPQ, this is the triangle, but right angle is P. Now you are free to choose the other vertex, one as O, another as Q, or the horizontal point as Q and the vertical point as O. You are free to choose. Okay. Now it is given that OP is 7. Plot it here. This is our 7 centimeter. Right? OP is equals to 7 centimeter. The other is the relation itself is given OQ minus, हाँ बोलिए
Sir, sin Q equal to 7 by 26 or cos Q equal to 25 by 26.
Okay, very good. Other student, कुछ मिला आप लोग को? नहीं है तो आप बस एज्यूम करिए इसे, ये हमें 7 दिए हुए हैं. We need Q. Student, keep in mind it is this Q that we need.
Sir?
हाँ बोलिए.
So I got 7 by 25 and sin Q as 7 by 25 and cos Q as 24 by 25.
Okay, let me verify. One have got the 26. Neeraj, it was 26 or 25?
Sir, मुझे sin Q 7 by 26 और cos
हाँ
Q.
वही मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि it is you are speaking the 26. Okay, please verify with me. आप देखिए 1 आपने ऐड किए हैं कि नहीं किए हैं, ये इंपॉर्टेंट रहता है. इट अपियर्स कि किसी न किसी आप लोगों ने एक 1 एडजस्ट नहीं किए हैं यहाँ पे, तो देख लीजिए. Now say OQ. Observe this carefully. What is OQ? Means here in this case OQ will be the hypotenuse. It is like this one. So while for this Q, this 7 is acting as like P, because calculation have to be done for angle Q. So this 7 is in front of this. Okay, please verify with me.
नहीं sir, मेरा wrong है sir.
Okay, good. So observe this. 7 will act as perpendicular because it is in front of Q. The hypotenuse OQ, which is in front of P, and other you may consider this as B, not the P. This is what important. So while drawing the triangle, you have to be careful. So write this, H minus B is 1. Means here you can get H is equals to B plus 1. Take this as 1. Now, since H square is equals to P square plus B square, you denote this 7 as P itself, but a small p, because capital P is the angle. So this is equals to, now what is our B and P? The P is given as 7 square. You may substitute the B here, or you may substitute the H here. Anything you can substitute. If you are interested to calculate the H itself, that you can also get. So let me do like that. यदि आप यहाँ से just B निकालेंगे, then bringing this on the right hand side, that will be H minus 1. और आप यहीं से आप left में कर लीजिए, तो H minus 1 आता है. So let me substitute in the term of H square, ताकि आपको ये लगे कि directly H can also be calculated. Plus this B is nothing but H minus 1 square. हमने okay, 24 by 25, correct. Very good. So just now we have to go for simplifying this. 49 plus H square minus of twice of H plus of 1. देखिए, it is so beautiful that your H will getting cancelled. Now this 49 and 1 become 50, and bringing this 2 on left hand side, so 2H is equals to 50. So this is going to give us H is equals to 25. Okay, student. After obtaining this H, what we need? We need sine of Q and cos of Q. So this way, we have the value of P, the value of H, the B can be calculated by using 1. So 1 can give us, the B value is H minus 1. So it is our 25 minus 1, it is our 24. तो आप चाहे तो तीनों को एक जगह आप लिख लीजिए. H हमें ये मिला है, B हमें 24 मिला है, and P तो already given ही था, it was 7 centimeter. Use the unit also. Therefore, what we need is the cos of theta or cos of Q basically, or sine of Q. Let us first calculate. Sine of Q. Already this PBH we have taken in reference of Q. तो हमें अभी चिंता करने की बात नहीं है. We can directly substitute. It is our P by H. The value of P is 7. This one. And H we have calculated as 25. Good. And our cos of Q is B by H. The B that we have calculated is 25 by the H is, sorry, it is our 24 by 25. So this way we are getting the answer. Okay, so ये इतना इजी होता है. आपको कहीं स्क्वायर और कोई दूसरा एक्सप्रेशन है तो उन एक्सप्रेशन में आप पुट करेंगे. Okay, student. So this is all about the type of questions or even important question which will be asked based on your trigonometric ratios. ये बहुत सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन है स्टूडेंट. ये जो क्वेश्चन है, ये क्वेश्चन आपको 2 या 3 मार्क्स में पूछेंगे, एंड जस्ट दूसरे अननोन, यानी क्या एक टी रेशियोज दिए हैं तो दूसरा टी रेशियोज कैलकुलेट करना है, ये आपको 1 मार्क्स में पूछेंगे. एटलीस्ट एमसीक्यूज में तो पक्का से रहेंगे. सो ये 2 टाइप के ब्रॉडर क्वेश्चंस है. तीसरे, आपको यदि एक्सप्रेशन का वैल्यू पूरा कैलकुलेट करना है, दैट इज अगेन आस्क्ड इन even 3 marks or even 4 marks also. Okay, यदि बड़े बड़े क्वेश्चंस हैं, say like this one, whatever we have done, even the last day, say if it is like this one, are you getting this one, the question number 4, यहां आप देख रहे हैं कुछ भी नहीं है, आपको वही टी रेशियोज कैलकुलेट करने हैं, बट यहाँ पे आपको जो एक्सप्रेशन है मीन्स इट इज द गिवन टी रेशियोज इज ऑलरेडी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ वन ऑफ द एक्सप्रेशन। यहां से आपको पहले थीटा और टैन थीटा निकालने हैं, तब आप बाकी टी रेशियोज आप कैलकुलेट करेंगे। गेटिंग नो? सी, यहां से हमने जस्ट इसको फोर्थ को हमने इधर सॉल्व भी किए हैं, just by rearranging this. It is also very important question, student. So what was given, that we have rearranged. The given was 3 cos theta minus 4 sin theta. So after rearranging, we were getting this sin theta by cos theta is tan of theta. So tan theta is 3 by 4. This way P and B. So obtaining H, that is going to give us the 5. Therefore say sec theta, cosec theta, that can be obtained by taking this PBH. Okay, so आपको इस एक्सप्रेशन के फॉर्म में दे दिए जाते हैं एंड उससे आपको बाकी टी रेशियोज भी निकालने रहते हैं। यदि एक्सप्रेशन आप ऐसे इक्वेट कर सकते हैं कि आप tan थीटा cos थीटा एक सिंगल थीटा निकाल सकते हैं तो बहुत इजी होता है, बट अदर वी विल ऑल्सो सी, से इफ 3 cos थीटा minus 4 sin थीटा is equals to t rather than 0, say it is given as 3, then you have to calculate other t ratio. There we have to apply the other approach that we will see later. वहां हम स्क्वायरिंग करते हैं या कुछ ऐसे एडजस्टमेंट करते हैं, दो एडजस्टमेंट वी विल लर्न लेटर। स्टूडेंट एनी डाउट देन प्लीज आस्क, otherwise I shall stop the class here. So student, what is the homework? I hope all of you have already done these questions. Last day I had given the homework question number 1 to 5, but today you have to do the question number 6 to end. I think end one is 11 or 12 questions are there. Total 11 questions are there. So up to 11. Please do this much question. आप इतने ही करिए एंड हमने जो सॉल्व किए हैं उन क्वेश्चंस को यदि आप दोबारा कर सकते हैं, वीडियोस देख करके आप दोबारा करिए, एक्सक्लूसिवली आवर एवरेज स्टूडेंट्स, ये आपको बहुत बेनिफिट होने वाला है। ये यदि आप पूरे रेशियोज आपको याद रखने हैं, कैलकुलेशन करने हैं, रेशियोज आपको बहुत इजीली याद हो जाते हैं यदि आप ज्यादा से ज्यादा कैलकुलेशन करते हैं और वैल्यू सब्स्टिट्यूट करते हैं, उस फॉर्मूला को बार बार लिखते हैं। नेक्स्ट डे वी विल लर्न, say if a specific angle is given, 30 degree is given, then what is the value of sine of 30 degree, cos of 30 degree, tan of 30 degree, cosec of 30 degree. Okay, means for all angles even a specific ratio can be calculated. Say sine for 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree, these are considered as a standard angle. तो ये तो हमें याद रखना ही है, बट बाकी भी कैलकुलेट किए जाते हैं, उसके लिए ट्रिगोनोमेट्रिकल और ट्रिगोनोमेट्रिक टेबल होते हैं। टेबल अभी आपके बुक से हटा दिया है, तो हम वो टेबल तो आपको नहीं बताएंगे, बट यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड हाउ इट इज कैलकुलेटेड। स्टैंडर्ड वैल्यू को हम लोग कैलकुलेट करेंगे, दैट वी विल डू नेक्स्ट। स्टूडेंट एनी डाउट देन प्लीज आस्क। यस स्टूडेंट्स, नहीं है? Please ask if you have any doubt. If do not have, then I'm going to end this. So shall we end the class here? So homework गया आपके WhatsApp में, because now the parent are in the inference that I'm not giving the homework. क्योंकि मैं पहले while taking the physical class I used to post the homework in WhatsApp and your parent were also watching those homework and it was visible to your parent. But अभी तो हम यहाँ लिख देते हैं, लेकिन आपके पेरेंट तो वीडियोस खोल के देखेंगे नहीं, तो आप लोगों से पूछते हैं कि आप कुछ होमवर्क है क्या, तो आप लोग बोल देते हैं नहीं है। Now every day I will take this snap and again post in the WhatsApp. Okay, so student, you shall be honest with your parent and your teacher. So in presentation I have given you the everything. Any more doubt? No doubt? Then we shall stop the class.